Forests are known for their mysterious atmosphere, with dense canopies and winding paths adding to the sense of intrigue and possibility. When horror stories or unexplained phenomena surface, woods are often mentioned, blurring the line between reality and the supernatural. This video will delve into 3 horrifying events that will send shivers down your spine. Join us as we uncover the bone-chilling mysteries concealed beneath the leafy veil of the forest. But before we embark on this journey, you've come to the right place if you're a fan of the strange, creepy, and unexplained. So remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you can experience our weekly uploads. Now let's start the stories. In the early 2000s, a teenager named Evan and his father embarked on a hunting trip to the Georgia backcountry, a ritual they shared to bond and enjoy the great outdoors. When Evan turned 14, his father's friendship with a wealthy landowner in Georgia led to an invitation to hunt on the landowner's private property. Eager to explore this new hunting area, Evan and his father set out on October 5th, waking up before dawn and driving to the fenced property with the access code provided by the landowner. They entered through the main gate, locked it behind them, and drove down the access road for about 2 miles until it led them to the edge of a vast forest. Parking their truck, they geared up in the darkness of the early morning and ventured into the woods, their senses attuned to the mysteries awaiting them. Despite their immediate objective of hunting, Evan and his father found a comfort in hiking through the woods and camping out together. As they entered this particular forest, a sense of unease crept over them. The absence of birdsong and wildlife created a dreadful silence that seemed to envelop the surroundings. Settling into the hunting stand guided by the landowner, Evan and his father eagerly anticipated sightings of animals, yet the day passed without a single creature crossing their path. Frustrated by the eerie stillness, they decided to relocate deeper into the woods to set up camp for the night, hoping to improve their hunting luck for the following day. So they packed their camping and hunting equipment and hiked for an hour deeper into the forest, away from their parked truck, until they reached a quiet clearing, perfect to set up camp. As they prepared for the night ahead, a sense of suspicion lingered in the air, hinting at the mysteries hidden within the shadowed depths of the Georgia wilderness. However, before the night fallout, both the father and son took a walk to gather some wood for a fire, and when they returned to their campsite, they were left terrified. Something or someone was in their tent. Nothing was missing, but the tent zipper was opened. Evan remembered closing the zipper before leaving. However, it was fully opened. But even though he thought this area was strictly forbidden to the outsiders who would be here, he shrugged to his thoughts and began making a fire. Despite their doubts, they reluctantly accepted the unsettling notion that they might have overlooked a crucial detail during their setup. As the night deepened, they sought solace in the comforting glow of a crackling fire, the flames dancing with their uneasy thoughts. Engulfed by the enveloping darkness, they conversed in hushed tones, their words mingling with the whispers of the night. Evan woke up suddenly to the sound of laughter in the quiet woods. He felt scared, but looked to his father for comfort, scanning the shadows for any signs of who could be making the noise. The laughter returned stronger this time, making them uneasy and disrupting the calm around their campsite. So, they both went inside their camp and closed the zipper so whatever it was, an animal or someone laughing, would leave. However, the laughter started to get weirder. Evan and his father looked at each other, scared but not saying anything. The eerie laughter felt close, making them anxious. Evan's father prepared to open the tent zipper to face the unknown, hoping for bravery in the quiet night. They felt relieved but uneasy in the darkness when the laughter stopped suddenly. After the strange encounter, Evan and his father sat quietly, unsettled by the chilling laughter that seemed to linger in the Georgia wilderness. They were alone in the dark, trying to understand what had happened and preparing for the uncertain night ahead. When the eerie laughter stopped and the mysterious presence faded away, Evan and his father stayed alert and silent, filled with unanswered questions. They were cautious not to draw any more attention to themselves, feeling the heaviness of the unknown lingering in the air. As the first light of day broke, Evan and his father quickly packed up their camp and hurriedly left the forest, feeling relieved and uneasy. They ran back to their truck, glancing anxiously over their shoulders, still haunted by the strange encounter in the secluded woods. When they shared their frightening experience with the property owner, they were told that the area was secure and monitored, leaving them puzzled. Despite the assurances, Evan and his father couldn't shake the confusion and lingering unease from the inexplicable events in the silent forest. In the heart of Vermont's wilderness lies the Long Trail, a 272-mile stretch of rugged terrain that winds through the picturesque landscape of Bennington. Yet beneath its serene exterior, this trail harbors a dark and enigmatic history that intrigues and unsettles those who dare to explore its shadowed pathways. On a chilly December in 1946, Paula, a bright and adventurous student at Bennington College, embarked on a solo hike along the Long Trail, seeking solace in the forest's solitude. As she ventured deeper into the woods, the whispers of the wind seemed to carry an ominous chill, a precursor of the mysteries hidden within the ancient trees. Paula, a bright student from Connecticut, vanished during a solo hike on December 1, 1946, along the Long Trail toward Glastonbury Mountain. Dressed in a red coat and jeans, she ventured into the shadowed woods, never to return. Some believe Paula fell victim to dark forces, abducted and harmed by a stranger, or even a lurking serial killer. The mere thought of such horrors sent shockwaves through the towns, instilling fear and dread in all who heard her tale. Others speculated that Paula met a tragic end in the wilderness, lost and alone, succumbing to the unforgiving elements of the forest. But how could a seasoned hiker like her vanish without a trace, defying all logic and reason? Paula's disappearance sent shockwaves through the community of Bennington, marking the beginning of a series of vanishing acts that would haunt the area for years to come. 4 more would vanish along the Long Trail between 1945 and 1950, their fates shrouded in uncertainty and fear. Only one person's body was found among the missing, a grim discovery that brought little comfort in the wake of the strange events along the trail. Stories of ghostly sightings and eerie encounters fueled rumors of a haunting presence in the area. Hikers described feeling strange sensations and being watched by unseen forces as they traversed the trail. The forest seemed alive with eerie energy, whispering tales of past tragedies that added to the sense of mystery and unease for those brave enough to explore its depths. To this day, the legend of the Long Trail's lost souls and the haunting mysteries surrounding the area continue to captivate the imagination of locals and visitors alike. The trail stands as a portal to the unknown, a realm where reality and the supernatural converge, leaving behind a legacy of unsolved enigmas and spectral whispers that echo through the haunted woods of Bennington. In the heart of an ancient forest, 2 friends, Mark and Alex, had set up camp for a weekend of adventure. Laughter filled the crisp air as they roasted marshmallows over a crackling campfire, oblivious to the lurking darkness that enveloped the woods around them. As the fire decreased and the night deepened, an uneasy feeling began to creep into their joyful spirits. The rustling leaves and hooting owls turned sinister, and the forest seemed to press in on them with an unsettling presence. Huddled closer to the dwindling fire, seeking comfort in its wavering glow, Mark, the fearless one, decided to go and collect some more firewood so they could spend the night with peace, leaving Alex alone. Minutes passed and the forest's ominous silence swallowed Mark whole. Despite calling out, Alex's voice seemed swallowed by the oppressive darkness. A sense of dread settled over him, prompting him to grab a flashlight and find his friend. The beam of light pierced the suffocating blackness as the once familiar trails transformed into treacherous and disorienting paths. Alex's footsteps echoed through the haunting silence as the shadows played tricks on his eyes, and every rustle in the underbrush sent shivers down his spine. Calling out to Mark repeatedly, only to have the forest swallow his words, Alex was left with nothing but the distant cries of unseen creatures echoing through the night. After what felt like an eternity, Alex stumbled upon a clearing, and his heart sank. Mark's backpack lay abandoned on the ground, his flashlight flickering. Panic surged through Alex as he realized his friend was nowhere to be found. Frantically scanning the surroundings, there was no trace of Mark. With trembling hands, Alex grabbed the flashlight and aimed it into the darkness, revealing a trail of broken branches and trampled foliage, leading deeper into the forest. The forest had claimed Mark, and it beckoned Alex to follow. Following the eerie trail, his senses on high alert, the forest seemed to whisper secrets that eluded his understanding. The path eventually led him to a small cabin, starkly contrasting with the pristine wilderness surrounding it. The cabin's door hung ajar, creaking eerily as Alex pushed it open. Inside, the air was heavy with the stench of decay, revealing an unsettling sight. An array of taxidermy animals with glassy eyes fixed on him, as if they had witnessed unspeakable horrors. Heart pounding, Alex risked deeper into the cabin, searching for any sign of Mark. In a room at the back, he found a wall adorned with faded photographs, snapshots of people who had ventured into the woods, their faces twisted in terror. Among them was Mark's photograph, a grim reminder of the forest's insatiable hunger. Just as Alex turned to leave the cabin, he heard Mark's faint, desperate cry for help, seemingly emanating from beneath the floorboards. With trembling hands, Alex pried up a loose board, revealing a hidden cellar where he found Mark bound and gagged, his eyes wide with terror. Hurriedly untying him, Mark gasped for air, his voice trembling as he recounted his ordeal. Lured into the cabin by an unknown force, his captor had promised to reveal the forest's secrets. Waste no time. They escaped the cabin, leaving behind the lurking horrors within. They both felt a strange sensation as Alex untied Mark in the dimly lit cabin cellar. It was as if the creature that had led them there was trying to tell them something important. In the flickering light, amidst the eerie silence, they sensed a message, a plea for help embedded in the very essence of the forest. Every creak of the floorboards and rustle of the leaves seemed to carry a cryptic message, a reminder of the hidden mysteries within the forest's depths. However, neither of them could fully grasp the message in their state of shock and fear. Their sole desire was to flee from that place, to return home, and they hurriedly made their way out of the cabin. Somehow they managed to escape and ran as fast as their legs could carry them without once looking back, oblivious to any voices that may have called their names. They did not pause for a second. They ran. As they made their way back through the tangled forest, the oppressive darkness finally relented, and the first light of dawn broke through the trees. The once playful forest had transformed into an evil entity, a place of hidden terrors and unrelenting nightmares. Alex and Mark appeared from the woods, forever changed by their harrowing experience, bearing the chilling knowledge that some secrets are best left undisturbed in the depths of the ancient forest. And that will conclude this video. If you liked this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you can receive the latest updates.